Hey, so I'm back with a really brief video. I was going to opt to not do this video, but I decided that probably wouldn't be cool. I received my Beautylish box yesterday after a long wait. It was supposed to come Tuesday or Wednesday, but it didn't come until Saturday. FedEx, what can we say? I'm a Southerner, and really UPS is just better in terms of delivery here in my neck of the country. So I threw the box out. I actually did another video, but I realized I was a little too terse in that video, and that at the end of the day, this box is all in fun. So I've been getting the Luckybag for quite a while, and so for those of you who aren't familiar, Beautylish does a Luckybag in the spirit of Fukubukuro. Excuse my southern accent, I know I probably butchered that, but that's a Japanese tradition whereby merchants deeply discount lots of items and place them in a bag, which is a lucky bag, at about a 50% discount. So Beautylish does something in that vein whereby if you spend $75, you get a $150 value in your bag. If you spend $150, you get a $300 value. And they also do a Goss bag and a Jeffree Star bag. So I don't own any Jeffree Star cosmetics, and I'm not a Jeffree Star fan. Goss, however, I love his products. I have a bunch of them, prefer his brushes. So as I mentioned, I've been getting this bag for several years. I've never really gotten a lucky bag. And to be honest, one of the reasons why I wasn't sure about doing this video is it seems every bag that I get what I consider to be a lot of tone deaf products in terms of complexion, right? So the extra large bag, which is the one that I purchased, it came at about a total cost of about $190 once you factor in taxes and shipping. I am a beauty enthusiast, so the price point is not difficult for me. It was not a big deal, especially knowing that I would get twice that value or so back. But I have not learned my lesson yet, because I keep buying these bags and I watch the videos and I'm so hopeful that I'll get something similar to what other people are getting. And I always get a good value in terms of the price, but I never get products that really suit my skin tone, not in my opinion, right? Not in my opinion. They don't suit my skin tone. Right, I'm a Fitzpatrick 5 or so. Even if it's not picking up on the camera, I'm definitely a heavily melanated woman. So ashy products or very titanium, a lot of the products that I get, the base of them are not forgiving to people of color. Okay, so I digress. The best thing in the box for me every year is really this paper. I love the paper. This is I think they commissioned an artist to do this paper, and it is in the theme of whatever the year is. This is the year of the dragon. So you get this little tag. It says the dragons on this year's lucky bag symbolize good luck and fortune, along with power and change. We hope these surprises offer you moments of self-love that help you tap into your power in 2024. And so without further ado, we'll get started, because that was quite a bit of time. So I've already swatched these products, so I kind of know what's what and what I'm going to like. So I'll start off with really what's one of the stars of my box. This is Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid. I've purchased this before from Ulta. It's about $6 or so. It is a good product for me. I typically buy hyaluronic acids that may have niacinamide or something else that might address some other skincare related issues that I have. So in the vein of skincare, not necessarily in things that I really love, the next thing was this retinol from Holifrog. It's called Moonbeam Retinol Treatment Serum. I think this was about $65 or $68. This is what the box looks like. Always encouraged to get skincare. I love skincare products. I am a physician, and a lot of times I use prescription based anti-aging products, but this will get some use. I will use this, or I'll gift it to someone else. So not a bad product at all. It does have a gold tint, and I was trying to look and see oh, and it doesn't expire to 2026. So the idea that these boxes are just a hodgepodge of things that are about to expire or products that Beautylish doesn't want, I don't believe that to be the case. So next up, one of the stars products that I love, a brand that I love. I was hoping to get a palette or something else from this brand which addresses beauty needs of all skin tones, but just happens to have lots of products that women of color can fare well with. And that's Danessa Myricks. And this is one of the Color Fix Fulls. I own a ton of these. I actually have this color. It was in Venus. And so I know that I love her products. Like, you know, her products can be worn by just about anybody, in my opinion. And so I swatched some things on my hand, and I'll show you those. So this is the Colorful in Venus. And I'm not sure if you can see that shift that's happening there. And so since I'm showing you the swatches, I might as well go up next. So that's 20 bucks. Those Danessa Myricks Fulls are 20 bucks. She has mattes, creams, all of that, and they're about the same price point. The next product that I'm disappointed in is this by Surratt. And I'll show you the color that's on the back. This is a blush, a cream blush. And the name is actually, I know it's like Artisque. I can't see it here just because of the coloring on the box. But I know this is a cream blusher. This is what the product looks like. And as you can see, you can just see here that this is not a blush that a person of color, or you know, it's just how I'm saying person of color, that someone with my complexion could benefit from. And I'll show you what it looks like on my hand. And in the other video, I laughed. This is the blush right here. I laughed because I was like, when I opened the box, I was like, what the hell in the gym is truly outrageous fiasco do we have going on here? This is very Baby Jane as the color theme of my box is. So next up from Surratt Beauty is another blusher. This isn't a cream. And I don't know if this was just a line they created for the Barbie themed movie. But here is what this looks like. I want to try to get it up to the camera. You can't really appreciate because it has some iridescence in it, which is maybe good for some people. Probably would like that. But and I definitely do have blushers or blush products that have reflex in them. And I'll say that no problem with Surratt Beauty because they actually have colors that would possibly be kind to all skin tones. So this is what the cream blush looks. The cream blush is here, I'm sorry. And this is what the powder blush looks like. So next up, we do have a product from Wayne Goss. And I mentioned, I love Wayne Goss. I should say I enjoy his brushes more than the cosmetic products. So this is a lip pencil. And I know everybody can't get eyeliners or kohls, but I actually purchased his kohl pencils. I really like them. No tugging. They're very creamy, high quality product. But this is a lip pencil, and the goal of this is to be a nude. It's called Natural Berry, but you can see this, and this is not natural or berry for most people that I know. And it looks like this right here. So that's going to be and you know, I wear and I try a lot of different looks. My hair needs to be done now. My hair is natural, but I actually do straighten it sometimes. I wear extensions. So this look, my look changes frequently. And so I have a cadre of products. So it's not necessarily the color family that is cool or warm, but you know, when you look at these products, except for the Danessa Myricks at the bottom, you know that these are just ashy on somebody my complexion. So the next thing is going to be this Plush Ritual Tint. And this is by Auric Beauty. I saw a lot of people got the cream shadow product. This is sort of similar. The flip top at the top has a little scooper, which would be very hygienic, which is great to have. Let me cover the mirror so it doesn't blind you. That's what that looks like. And this is the color. So kind of a papaya sort of color. I actually did not swatch this one. This one isn't bad. But to be honest, you know, and not to sound ungrateful, I really do have an e.l.f. product that has the same texture. Very good texture, nice product. The price point on this was $33. The Surratt Beauty products were definitely pricey. So as I mentioned, I got a good box in terms of the total price, and that has happened in more than 1 year, but it's just the products. Like these products for me, just don't suit me that well. But this cream lip product, I can do something with that with a chocolate liner. That's at the top. Definitely not with the liner that came with, as you see. I think everybody got a product from Kitsch, and I like their products. I actually really like the slips, the little scrunchies, but this is what I got. The little product with the bow in an olive green and a black, so potentially work appropriate. I did look up and get a Sonia G brush. Last year's box, that was a saving grace of last year's box. I got a travel Sonia G set that had like 3 or 4 brushes in it, I think. And so what I got was a Fundamental A fan. So it's a smaller fan. I mentioned before, and I have several of them here, that I am really more of a Wayne Goss brush fan, and I have like tons of his brushes, and I actually use his fan brush. Now I do like I'm not sure if these were hand tied. I can't remember. They look, because of the ferrule being gold, but this is a metal ferrule here too. So I'm not sure if it's hand tied or not, but this one is definitely the one that I like more so. But this is a smaller, tighter fan. So, and it has this kind of curved angle there, so that could help you really get in there to contour, or even to lay highlighter down on the high points of the face. So this one at $65 was a really good part of the deal. So I'm not sure where we are in terms of the total, but there are 2 other products. One is by Charlotte Tilbury, which I know is a brand that a lot of people really enjoy and like, and I was hoping actually to get probably a skincare product from Charlotte, but actually let me show you this first. So everybody got something from Auric, looks like. Not to complain, but I think a conditioner would probably be a better product. That would be something that more groups of people can use. This is a multitasking styling lotion, which theoretically is something that everyone can use. I think I've mentioned before, I'm a physician and a beauty enthusiast. So the ingredients: rice bran extract, rice seed protein, liquid shea butter, black chia seed oil, vitamin E, and panthenol. And as I look through, and I've looked at different videos, I'm not so sure that this is great for my hair texture. I will give it a try, just because multitasking styling lotions that say something about blow drying, but don't, I mean, those ingredients could help to some extent with heat protection, but they don't have a specific heat protectant in here. So for wet setting, this is not the type of product that most people with textured hair are going to use. This actually, when you go to the website, says that this product smells good. This product creates texture, which is not something that I have a difficulty with or need to be created. So lastly, I'll show you the swatches for the Charlotte Tilbury palette, because I definitely am not very impressed with those either. Oh, I swatched them in a crazy location, of course. So let me show you the palette. I know everybody knows this Beautyverse palette, and as I mentioned, I think her skincare products might have been better. So looking at this, it probably looks like it would be more friendly than what it actually is. So these 3 colors across the top, I was excited about that, because I was like, at least I had some bases, something to carve out a crease with. A flat color, that pink might actually be okay. It's a beautiful palette. I like the look of it. I wish I wouldn't have swatched it. I don't know anyone in my immediate circle, friends and or family, who can benefit from this type of palette, and I wish that I could get in so you could see. Okay, there we go. What these look like swatched on me. So you can't see, but these are actually those 3 darker shades swatched. So this could maybe go in the crease, but not likely. These others, for someone my complexion, not the best. And then these are the shimmers here, and those are more so like toppers. So I have a base there. So what you see there is what you're going to get on the lid in terms of intensity of color. So a very sheer wash of color. I'm not so sure. So I had this Hendash, and I know it's Hendash, but I say Hendash palette, because I was looking at my 2023 video trying to see what I got and if I was just so dissatisfied, because to be honest, y'all, I was really dismayed when I opened up this box. So the value of my box though is $402, and the products that are standouts to me are the Danessa Myricks at 20 bucks and the Sonia G brush. The Holifrog Retinol, it was in the 60s. Okay, I could, you know, I can probably do something with that. And maybe the lip gloss. But ideally, when you get a palette, you want to get something that works for everyone. I know Beautylish has a bunch of brands, and I'm just a little disappointed with that, especially when I see people who possibly, based on a complexion, could do something with the products that I have in the color story that I have. They could work well with them, and they seem to have gotten very pigmented products. So last year, this was a joke because I haven't used this palette at all. And I know people loved, this was it Chromance, Monochromance from Hindosh. And I got this in my box last year with a bunch of products. I think I got what would have been considered a lucky box in terms of the price point. But similarly with this type of palette, which looks really good on camera, and I don't know if you can tell when compared to my complexion, but none of these products, even the darker end, these two did show up a little bit, but these others were just so light and powdery. Not even powdery, because they're actually very smooth, silky. They feel great, and they look as if they're gonna do something when you swatch them, but they don't. So I say that to say I'm glad to see everybody got really good stuff, and I hate to be a sourpuss, but I think that from a value perspective, the boxes really cost, the $150, $200, whatever it is, it's not expensive for a box. But to say that I probably got not even half of that in terms of products that I would use. Now I can say last year's box, I did get this MOB product. I saw a lot of people getting lip products, and I really did like this blusher. It was this was a good color, as you can see. Like, this is probably or possibly a good color for lots of folks. Not super dark, very pigmented. But when I got it, you know, it was broken. The palette was broken when I got it last year. But I have enjoyed this blusher. So I can't say everything from that palette or that bag was just tone deaf. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed your boxes. I hope I didn't come off so crass. I'm sure I didn't, because trust me, the previous videos, if I would have posted them, they would have been comedy. But I said, you know, hey, I don't want to misrepresent myself. I don't want to sound like a sourpuss. And I know how a lot of people feel about comments and conversations about color appropriateness. But yeah, I did send a message to Beautylish last year, and I was hoping, I know we have a packer, I would have thought that if you're not going to specify complexion in a box, then you need to have products that any complexion could benefit from, right? Or, you know, just looking at the products and the ingredients, then you should know which people would benefit from which products. I digress. So I'm not sure what I can salvage out of here, because with this Charlotte Tilbury palette, I mean, I have hundreds of palettes. I'm sure I have some of the things that might be useful. This silver gray is something that I could probably work with, but I have a ton of colors that are like that or equivalent. So good night, y'all. Hopefully y'all were a little bit more lucky than I was. But again, the total value was like $402. So I definitely got that in terms of price, but just didn't get it in terms of product. All right.